Well, thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm from Qwic. We're situated in Amsterdam. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company. I'm 36, I'm co-founder of the company together with my colleague Michael Hartman, who isn't present today. Well, I have 2 children. The thing is, what we looked at, we have increasing urbanization in the world, actually, especially in the Western world. And we see that there is a big demand for mobility. Today, that gives a lot of troubles with parking problems, air qualities, etc. So these are the main things we see today, and we think that one of the answers could be giving the urban commuters a lifestyle product that is very suitable for the city. We have a company, we develop electric scooters and electrical bicycles. And we think that the current models are not well equipped to survive in the urban situation. We are working on a team with roughly 20 people in Amsterdam on the business, sales and product development. And in Holland and Belgium we are growing fast last years, and in scooters we are #1 position, and in the bicycles we are top 10 player. Especially in Belgium we have a good position because the Dutch bicycle market is very competitive, so it's a bit more easy for us in Belgium, but also in Holland, our main market, are we in the top 10. Our aim is to become a market leader in Europe in the urban areas with specific products designed for the urban commuter. I will explain later what that means. Well, 2 examples of the products we make. Electrical bicycles, perhaps some people already tried it, I think, know what it is. It's a bit like, I said, when you're in the car and you have power steering, you don't need it, but when you're used to it, you don't, every next car you will use power steering. And it's a bit the same with the electrical bicycles. It gives you extra power, you need to pedal. It's a normal system like a normal bike, but you have an extra, you can turn on the power. That means that your range will increase or you're getting faster to your destination. Electrical scooters are a more simple step because it's just a scooter as it is there for many years, only with an electrical engine and working on batteries, and so you can plug it in and it just goes. Well, what is our added value? We are now developing specific products, and we use the urban smart personal approach. It means that we use products that are mainly built for urban environments. And I give you an example. When you have a very nice shiny scooter, you park it in the city and it drops over, then it's completely damaged. And when you take a look at the scooters in the big cities, they're all damaged and they don't look very nice because they're not designed, they are designed to look pretty, but they are not even designed to fall over. And that is what every scooter will have in a year or something. Smart, it means that we go with today's technology. Well, when you use an iPhone, you know what smart is. It is very complex, but it's simple to use. And we think that today's technology gives us possibilities to bring to the electric scooters and electrical bicycles that are very convenient to use. And then of course we have personal, that you need a product that you can well, have a bit of an image for yourself, and when your friend has a scooter or a bike, you want the same scooter but it needs to look different, so we need to think of that. So Qwic will bring the first urban scooters. So you see here today I brought a few scooters, but they are not according this design philosophy. Unfortunately, I cannot show the pictures of the new scooters, and I cannot tell you all the details because of the patents pending. And we think we will bring the first real urban scooter next year with lots of innovative features, and it will be suited for the urban environment. And I mentioned one thing, that it will not break very easy. And of course, the e-bikes, we can't forget them. It's for us now the biggest our biggest profit, and we will design them specifically for the urban needs. Well, we have one problem, that they are a bit expensive, because the electric batteries, the batteries we need for electricity are at this point more expensive than when you use a gasoline scooter. Now we see that it will, the battery price will lower very rapidly, and McKinsey thinks in 2020 the options will be cheaper. But we already today have all the benefits of electric driving, and the range of a scooter is not a problem, because the current models already can give you 6-hour drive, and that's more than you like to ride on a scooter. The market, in Europe there are 18,000 bicycles sold every year. The penetration of e-bikes in Europe is 3%. In Holland the penetration of e-bikes is 16%. So there's a lot to gain there. And in Holland we see that the market has grown from 25,000 units to almost 200,000 units in only 4 years. And the growth in Holland is now stopped, unfortunately. We think it will grow much further, but during the economic crisis it will give us a problem. But Germany now is taking the lead and is growing very fast with rates of 20%. Electric scooter is a very small market. It's 6% in Holland, and in Italy 8%, but it's growing, and it's growing fast. In a market that is very difficult. In the normal scooters are now not growing at all, and some companies are even decreasing. Now, what we do, we research development. That's what we do in-house. Production we source out. We have now scooters producing in Rotterdam, in Holland, since this year, so it's a Dutch-made. Marketing sales we do in Amsterdam, and distribution we have outsourced, and we're selling our products to the bike shop specialists or e-bike shop specialists of e-mobility shops, and also B2B. And we currently have 350 dealerships that will sell the Qwic brand scooters and bikes. Internet is at this point not the way to go. It's 8 to 10% of the market, but it's very interesting to look at it, but it's still stable and it's not growing, the sales through internet, but we are really taking a good look at the internet market as well. Profit and loss, last years we started in 2006 and we growth with 2011 it was a turnover of 4.5 million, and we are aiming now to settle this year is a bit above 5 million. The reason why we don't grow in 2013 is because of the models now showed outside are at the end of life. So we are now developing a new scooter and the new bicycles, and especially the new scooter is a very big project with lots of IP in it, and that's where we think we can boost our sales again. But for that we need extra investment, and we are looking for 2.5 to 5 million euros investment to make this happen. And that's for one is of course to make the new real urban scooter ready for production. The design is ready. We drive on it. You can take a look at it after signing confidentiality contracts, of course. Now we are aiming for growth. We can grow faster than this, we think, but it's depending on the sales strategy and the money we raise for growth, because we need to finance all the stocks. Well, that's about it. I was a bit surprised that the slogan of the presentation was the best way to store energy. Well, I think it's very nice to store energy, but you need to use it as well. But hopefully you can use it for to store your energy. And the final thing for me to say is that a lot of people don't know that, but the normal scooters today has more exhaust than a cargo truck. So that gives you an idea how pollutive normal gasoline scooters are today. So that's my story in short. Hopefully there are some questions and I can answer them just now or later this afternoon.
Presentation. Taco, we quickly have a question from Fritz, who's our most feared Investment Advisory Council member for asking all the fierce questions. So I give you a warm-up question first to give you a bit of an up boost first. Is it true that there are Chinese cities who've completely outruled the use of combustion engine scooters?
Oh, thank you. That will help. In Holland or in Europe, sales are not going very fast, but in China they actually forbidden people to drive gasoline scooters, and you pay a lot of tax and you have a special permit to use a gasoline scooter. So you see there that 80% of all the scooters is now electric, and in the entire world market is 99% of all the electric scooters are sold in China, and I think this will help them.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you. The answer to Jochen's question makes my question probably easier to answer for you as well. But I'm a bit concerned about the high pricing, as you mentioned. Still, the electric scooter and bike demand a premium price to make it worthwhile for you as a business to enter these markets. So my question is, can you give us, on the one hand, insight on your international sales and distribution strategy, and next to that, the margins that are allowed to each of those parts in the value chain, starting from production, so for you and to the other parts of the distribution value chain?
Well, thank you. This is certainly a very difficult thing we see, because we can grow, but we need to keep the right margins. And that's of course expanding in Europe will go through the bike shops. And they, at this moment, they ask for 30% margin. And well, that's also because they need a lot of sales and after service for the bike. So they earn the 30%, but then for the complete life cycle, they need to service the customer, etc. So that's a lot of money, but they need it, because I don't see bike shop owners driving Rolls Royces. So the answer to that is that we can develop smart products that can be proactive in service, and we can service from a distance. So we can service a scooter here in Wiesbaden from Amsterdam. With all the new technologies, we don't have to replace the oil or all that things. So it's all electronics, and that's why we think we can lower the margins, and that makes it possible to grow faster, and also persuade distributors to open their network for our products, and then the growth can even go much faster than we're used to with the current gasoline models. So the serviceability is much easier, and because of that I think we can ask for lower margins.
But then another question, do you expect production costs to come down as well?
Of the batteries, certainly.
And what is the margin that you would have to allow to the distribution partners as well in your international markets?
Well, the distribution margins, we will, today we work with 15 to 20% distribution margin. And well, that's working, so that, but perhaps that can also be lowered because of the same thing I explained earlier. And the production cost now, the main cost is in research and development, because it's all new. So it's a lot of research and development, and we need to earn that back, of course. And the other expensive part is the battery. And the battery now, we think that the prices will drop very fast. And we see that already this year that the capacity is 20% higher than last year for the same price. Well, that is also a bit of the economic crisis we see. I think that will help in this pricing issue. But also the technologies, we are now working with a new partner in battery technology that will give us much more advanced and cheaper battery technology. There's not only the price will drop of the current technology, but we are now already have a contract for the new technology battery, and it's in development, so we hope we can launch it in the start of 2014. But that will mean that we don't need this many lithium that is very expensive to put in the battery, and we need less high-grade metals as gold and etc. So that will bring the prices down as well. So it's not only the market that will bring the price of batteries down, but also the technique and the technical development of the batteries and all the parties that are working on that technology.
Okay, super. Thank you very much, Taco.